What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to the brother Aram for another donation to the channel via the PayPal. Much respect to him for showing love once again to Too Raw for TV. And I saw your video request, and I'm thinking about whether I should just try to do one video. I think I'll do one video because I'm already doing one 10-part series with the role players. I may not be able to give as much detail about each guy, so I'm going to do like maybe a 15-minute video with a top 10 list in that particular field. But I'm not going to be able to give too much detail because I don't want to make it an hour-long video, you know what I'm saying? I just, quite frankly, don't have the time to do that anymore because I do so many videos a day, so it's hard for me to do, you know, when I had like one channel before, I could do hour-long videos, but when you have 3 channels plus the Patreon, I have a Rumble that I'm trying to update on more on that site. It's just hard for me to do videos longer than 20 minutes now. But anyway, shout out to you for showing love, man. Long-time subscriber, fan of the golden age of the NBA. So let's talk about Donald Trump. So everybody say, "Oh, I'm always going in on Joe Biden. I never say anything about Donald Trump." It's just funny, man. You know, when the president's in power and you hold that person accountable, the supporters get mad. When Trump was in power, I did videos about Trump all the time, and his supporters got mad. Right? I told them it's because he's in power. Now they see that I'm being truthful. Now that Biden's in power, I'm holding him accountable. I mean what I say. I'm not just up here just talking, but whatever. People think you just be talking. But I did see this about Trump that's funny. So the first day of his hush money trial, there were reports that he had dozed off. He was falling asleep. Right? So now there are reports, and I have my doubts about this, but then again, he's an older person with a very questionable diet, so this could be true. Supposedly, there are sources in the courtroom that said that Donald Trump smells like ass, okay? In particular, that he is farting up a storm during this criminal proceeding. Ben Marcellus, co-founder of Midas Touch and owner of Los Angeles Magazine, reported today that Donald Trump is actually farting in the courtroom and that it's very stinky around him. Trump's lawyers are repulsed by the scent and the smell, noting these observations are from credible sources in the courtroom. Matter of fact, this is what he said, not just making something up.
Returning to the court proceedings as well, Maggie Haberman reports that Donald Trump continued to fall asleep during the proceedings as well. And, you know, what I'm hearing from my sources as well is that, and I'm hearing from credible sources who know what's going on in the courtroom. And what I'm hearing is that, take it for what it's worth, but that Donald Trump is actually farting in the courtroom and that it's very stinky around him. It's putrid odor in the courtroom, and that Trump's lawyers are like repulsed by the scent and the smell. And I'm not just saying that to be like, oh, funny. I'm actually, we have good sources there. And I'm hearing it from actual credible people that as he's kind of falling asleep, he's actually passing gas, and that his lawyers are really struggling with the smell. I think you'll actually start to hear more of that, but again, from real credible sources. Now, take it for what it's worth. They may be going off the record, on background and telling me that because of, it's Midas Touch, and they think that we want to hear that. So you could judge it how you want to judge it, but real credible people who are there saying that it's putrid around it.
This is the thing that corroborates his story. George Conway, who I believe is the husband husband of Kellyanne Conway, who served in in Donald Trump's administration, I think it was, concurred that he heard the same information. I heard this too. I'm not kidding. The court's going to have to issue more than a gag order. Oh, Lord. Another source says, as I mentioned yesterday, some reporters told me while he slept, he would fart loudly and then grunt and move. Yeah. Look, man. This is a 77-year-old man who will be 78, I think, in July. He eats a lot of junk food. He eats a lot of fast food. He eats a lot of processed foods. As you age, your digestive system doesn't work quite as well. It's been scientifically proven, especially if you are a sedentary person. Look, if you're a sedentary person, you tend to fart more. If you're an older person, you tend to fart even more. Donald Trump strikes me as a person who is very egotistical, narcissistic. So I would think that when he's awake, he tries to hold his putridness, I'll put it like that. But as we all know, what goes in must come out. And the average person farts probably, 15 to 20 times a day? He probably tries to hold it. So if you hold it throughout the day, it's going to come out at night. That just happens. I've laid with girls and, beautiful women, and at night, man, I about to damn bring out the goddamn white surrender flag from some of this shit that, so if it's a 25-year-old beautiful woman that's lighting it up in the fucking bed as far as farts, this old motherfucker's probably like letting out some goddamn Jurassic era fucking hobo ass farts. So, like I said, I'm not really surprised by it. So you hear the same thing about Joe Biden. Supposedly Joe Biden met King Charles and his wife, and Duchess Camille, whatever her title is, and supposedly Joe Biden farted in her presence. I mean, these are two old ass men. You know what I'm saying? These are two old ass men who are at the very least a touch senile. So yeah, I would expect that from this, man. But you know what's funny though? The media, they're going to try to cover up stories about Biden doing, whether he's farting in front of royalty or falling off his bike or walking in the wrong direction going to the White House, walking, with a bulge that looks something like a diaper. They're going to cover those things up with Joe Biden. With Trump, they're going to report all this stuff because they don't like him. Like I said, it's probably true. Whatever. It's I don't know what to say. I mean, everybody farts. Who doesn't fart? But, I think most of us try not to do it in public. Yeah, if I'm Donald Trump, though, bro, if this is a problem, then you might need to just maybe not eat for about a good 6-hour window before you arrive to trial or something, man. Just get all that out your system. Get all that old ass octogenarian shit, nearly octogenarian shit out of your system, and just, drink water, calm your innards, because something going on. Guess all that Chick-fil-A and Burger King and McDonald's, something ain't agreeing with him, man. Don't they be putting that purple, what is it, that pink slime shit on their burgers to keep it processed? Don't they put like something similar to formaldehyde on their food? It's like a chemical that's found in formaldehyde. Don't they put it on their burgers? Because, I remember I stopped eating McDonald's for a long time. And I don't really eat their burgers anymore. Because I remember noticing, usually when you have a hamburger, let's just say you cook a hamburger, right? And you put it in the refrigerator. Let's just say you for whatever reason, you put it in the refrigerator and you forgot. That hamburger might start going a little sour on you, within 2 days, even if it's in the refrigerator, 3 days at the most. It's going to start tasting funny after 2 days, 3 days, a week. That bitch you got to throw that bitch away, right? I remember putting a McDonald's hamburger in the refrigerator. I had put it like toward the back. Forgot all about it for over a week. I took that motherfucker out there 9 days later. The only thing I noticed differently was that the bread had hardened a little bit. That patty looked the same. I said, yeah, something ain't right here. There's something they're putting in that burger to preserve it. And then I looked and found out they put a chemical that's found in formaldehyde, which is used to preserve bodies. Yeah, don't eat that shit, man.